My lab is made up of researchers from different background, training, and also diverse skill sets. I guess as a young lab, we are still in the process of establishing our science. So it is always challenging to attract students who want to do graduate studies with us. There are many instances where we have the opportunities to engage students. For example, I was at the Science Fest. I was also at the dialogue sessions with scholars organized by A-Star Graduate Academy. I was at the industrial talk at the National University of Singapore. So often during these seminars and talks, students were very interested in research. I would typically offer them some internship opportunities in my laboratory.
Dr. Loh gave me the opportunity to conduct my internship in his lab, and throughout the internship I found myself greatly attached to the work that Dr. Loh and he and his colleagues were doing. So the A-Star Science Award Poly was actually a relatively new program, and I was one of the first batch of students who benefited from this program. I plan to go on board an overseas attachment in the University of Cambridge Department of Medicine for about 2 months. Following after, I'll come back and apply for, I'll be applying for the undergraduate scholarships offered by A-Stars.
My first experience with A-Star begins after my A-level examination. This has encouraged me to apply for A-Star undergraduate scholarship subsequently. And with this scholarship, I was given the valuable experience to work for another attachment of 3 months under any A-Star research institute. I was approached by an AUS professor to this collaboration project between him and Dr. Loh on stem cell research and nanoparticles.
Often at overseas seminars, we come across students who are very driven and very interested to do their graduate studies in Singapore. So through my collaborators, I was also introduced a few students who are interested to come to Singapore to do research. The A-Star Singa scholarships offer the opportunities for students who want to do graduate studies in Singapore. In fact, right now we are interviewing potential candidates to do research in my laboratory.
So far in Dr. Jonathan Loh's lab, my research experience has been nothing less than thrilling. Although science can be tiring at times, but the constant battle to get novel insights and interesting results is the most enriching experience I have never had. Therefore, following this, I hope to pursue post-doctorate studies in the States, and then after my post-doctorate studies, I hope to come back to Singapore to contribute to the scientific community.
I did my graduate study with Dr. Ng Hak Hui as the first batch of A-Star graduate scholars. I was also his first graduate student. Working with Dr. Ng was a very enriching experience because back then he just came back from the US, so he was a very driven and very caring mentor. Scientific research is still very much an apprenticeship system, so we learn from our mentor and we want to pass it forward to benefit more students who are interested in doing research.